For most of the 20th century, the American president was more than a commander-in-chief. He was a statesman, someone who thought in decades, not months. Roosevelt didn't just fix the Great Depression, he built the blueprint for modern America. Eisenhower poured concrete and vision into the highways that knit the country together. Kennedy? He didn't settle for the status quo, he aimed for the moon and inspired a generation. But fast forward to now, and it's a whole different ballgame. The president is starting to look less like a philosopher king and more like a corporate CEO. Results matter. Fast. Deal-making, optics, and branding are the new currency. And the price tag? It's getting steep. Take tariffs. Under Trump's second term, tariffs aren't surgical. They're sledgehammers. The average U.S. tariff rate hit 18.6% this year, the highest since the Great Depression. Steel, aluminum, cars, slapped with duties up to 50%. Brazil and India? Targeted, not just for trade, but for their global alliances. Even China got a discount, but only after a tariff war that made headlines and headaches. All this comes at a real cost. American families are paying around $2,400 more a year. Inflation drags on, economic growth, downgraded. The numbers don't lie. Peace deals? They're starting to look a lot like infrastructure projects. In Armenia and Azerbaijan, Trump cuts a deal. Not just to stop fighting, but to build a US-controlled corridor funneling oil and gas around Russia and Iran. Cambodia and Thailand? Ceasefire, but only after threats of tariffs. Congo and Rwanda? A peace accord, but the real winner is America's access to cobalt and lithium, the guts of every smartphone and electric car. Even in Ukraine, peace isn't about sovereignty. It's about bargaining chips, and Kiev isn't buying it. And then there's Gaza. Trump's proposal for US administration and forced resettlement triggered a global outcry. Aid became leverage. Humanitarian groups struggled, while the US looked on, transactional, not transformational. Why is this happening? 4 reasons. First, global diplomacy now works like global business. Everyone wants the best deal. Second, privatization. Everything from soldiers to bridges is up for outsourcing. Third, media optics. Presidents need quick wins and viral headlines. Fourth, voters demand instant gratification, like checking out at Amazon but for foreign policy. But here's the risk. When every friendship is a transaction, alliances get fragile. When leaders chase short-term wins, they lose sight of the long game. When power concentrates at the top, checks and balances start to crumble. Anne-Marie Slaughter said it best. Foreign policy isn't a business transaction. It's a relationship, and relationships take time. If the last century belonged to the statesman president, this one risks being ruled by the CEO president. The big question, can America's moral authority survive when every decision is a deal? A nation is more than a balance sheet. Not all peace is profitable, and not all profit brings peace.